Nashville is a blue dot in a red state, and we've been facing fascism and racism and discrimination for far too long. And those of us that are on the ground, I'm an elected official, I work for a nonprofit, and I'm also an activist. So those of us that are on the ground, we face this on a day-to-day basis. But with what had happened, what has happened with the expulsion of Representatives Justin Jones and Representative Justin J. Pearson, it just brought a national spotlight. We were able to get Representative Jones appointed to the seat. We had a march for justice where we marched up to the Capitol, and we were chanting, the whole way, letting people know whose house, our house, and that, the people united will never be divided. We got there and we were able to get him sworn in and back on the floor. But the state is trying to silence us. They're trying to take our voices away. And we have to stand up and say, we're not going for it. Like our democracy is something that we will not negotiate. We're going to stand up for it and we're going to fight for it with every being in our bodies. Reminder that this all came from the Covenant mass shooting where 3 9-year-old children were slaughtered in their schools and 3 educators were killed in their schools. And this came from a demand for common sense gun reform and common sense gun laws. And we had over 7,000 people. We've been out protesting all week, all that week. We had over 7,000 people descend upon the Capitol peacefully. Primarily, those were students, my daughter included. We had students walking out of their classrooms and marching down to the Capitol and demanding safety in their schools. And that safety does not look like more guns in schools. It doesn't look like more officers or fortifying their buildings. It looks like common sense gun control. It looks like banning assault rifles. It looks like red flag laws and background checks. And that's what we were demanding. So today was a really good day for democracy in Tennessee. We had those 2 wins today, but the fight is not over. We have been asking people to engage with Tennessee because Tennessee is not a battleground state. Many times people just overlook us and they just say, oh, Tennessee's a red state. We are a gerrymander state. We are a state that they have stripped us of our representation. Watch what's happening in Tennessee, because if it's happening here, it's coming and it can happen in your state. And two, we are asking people to just invest in the infrastructure in Tennessee, support the good candidates, the people that are on the ground, the nonprofits that are doing this work, because without us all working together, they're going to try to take over our state. And I'll be damned if it happens on my watch. You cannot segregate yourself from gun violence. You cannot, it's not something that only impacts people from a lower socioeconomic status. It's not something that only impacts people of one race or ethnicity or religion. This impacts everyone. So the first thing I would say is that, we have to unite on some of these common issues